This is the third in a series of 8 training videos covering Corecon's SyncFusion Bold BI reporting. In these videos, we're creating a custom log report for a single project. In the previous 2 training videos, we set up the data set and some parameters. In this training video, we're going to start adding the header, the footer, and adjust the report properties. To get back to the report that we've started, we're going to go to the home view, go to log reports, and switch the feature to purchase orders. Then we're going to toggle over to the custom reports, and this is the one we've been working on. And I'm going to click edit. This is SyncFusion Bold Design Palette. There's also a help article that corresponds with this training video from Corecon V8. If you go to help, under the Corecon browser solution, go to settings and down to the custom log report templates. This training video covers the information under step 3, report design, header, footer, and report properties. Back to SyncFusion Bold's design palette. The first part of step 3 is to show the report header. To do this, click the View option and make sure there's a check mark next to the word header. We'll want to do the same thing with footer. To set the report properties, if you click anywhere in the gray area surrounding this grid, and then click on the properties icon. If you go to the page units, you have the option to change the measurement of the grid by centimeters, pixels, points, and so on. We're going to set this to inches. Next, we'll scroll down in those properties to the margin section. We're going to reset the margin on the left to 1/4 inch, the right to 0.2 inches, the top to 1/4 inch, and the bottom to 1/4 inch. Also make a note that the paper size is letter and the orientation is portrait. These properties can also be modified after the report is complete and the overall width is known. Next, we're going to add a report title in the header. To do this, go to the widgets bar and grab the text box. Drag that into the header area and type your report title. You can then drag that box, resize it and shape it, and you can change the properties of that title in the properties on the right side of your screen. If you select the target, go to the properties section, you can also adjust the text size, the font style, set it to bold, and underline. Once that's done, you can resize and reshape that title. Looks like to make it all fit, we're going to have to reduce the size of that. If you'd like to add your corporate logo, and it's already been uploaded to Corecon's global settings, click on the parameters, and at the bottom, click New Parameter. We're going to change the name and the prompt to say Logo URL. We're going to select the Allow Blank value, and we're going to make sure that the visibility says Hidden. And then click Save. Next, we'll go back to the Widgets menu and drag the Image tool to the header. And I'm going to resize it a little bit. We're going to go back and make sure that we have selected the element Then we're going back over to the properties and we're going to switch embedded to external. We'll select the under sizing. We'll make sure that says fit proportional. And under position, let's set the position to 0. And the top to 0. We'll set the size to 3 inch and the height to 0.75. These may need to be adjusted to match your logo size. Note that the title is going to need to be resized later. Next, we're going over to the basic settings in the properties with the logo element selected, and we're going to check the small box to the right of the label value and select expression. Under the data, you should see the label parameters and you should see the logo URL. Just double click on that. That'll populate the expression. And then click OK. We're going to need a little more real estate to make this work. So we'll click off here in the gray area again. Scroll down to the paper size and switch the paper size to landscape. Next, we want to add a timestamp to the footer. So we're going up to the widgets tool again, grabbing that text box, dragging it to the footer. We'll click off the element and then back on it, and the properties will appear on the right hand side. Next, we're going to double click in the text box and then right click the mouse and click expression. We're going to enter the expression equals now, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, and click OK. Next, we'll need to update that text box. So we're just going to drag it over here to the left, make it a little bit smaller. We can also use the basic settings in the properties menu to the right to make adjustments. Next, we want to add page numbering in the footer. So we're going to go up to the text box icon under the widgets, click and drag that into the footer, and we'll also resize that a little bit. We'll double click in that text box and right click the mouse and select expression. You could type this out or you could copy direct from the help article. I'm just going to paste that in there and click OK. With that text box selected, we'll go to the basic settings, and we want to set the alignment to right. We'll click on the timestamp, go to the position, and we'll set these positions. And remember how we've set these. Then we'll click back over on the page number. We'll set the left to 4, the width to 3, and the top and the height to 0.2. We can then adjust the footer line to save a little room. This would be a good time to hit save. While we're here, let's resize this report title, and we'll adjust the header to save a little room. This will be a good time to hit save. Back to our help article. That's the end of the third step, as we add a new custom report for a single project purchase order detail with build amounts.